Well, hello. This is Michelle Adams with the Law Office of Michelle Adams. And today I want to talk about special items that mean something to you or they mean something to a loved one in your family. And so specifically, today's going to be a little bit like show and tell. I have here this container that used to sit on my grandmother's dresser in her bedroom. And inside of it, I would always think there was some kind of treasure inside of it. And to some extent, there is. This holds her wedding ring. And so when she passed away, this was one item that I just knew I wanted to have, and not just the ring, but in particular, this little porcelain, case that kept that ring safe and secure. So this is something that now sits on my night table, just as a reminder of, the love that I had and still do have for my grandmother. And I bring this up because so often when working with families or with the whoever's creating the will, they'll say, oh, just have everything split between family members. But sometimes you want to be thoughtful about who you're going to leave something to. As an example, in my family, my husband is a huge New York Giants fan. So he has this kind of like this plaque thing from when the New York Giants won the Super Bowl, whenever that was. So this is an item that, of course, he would want to be intentional about who would receive it. In this situation, our son is a huge New York Giants fan as well, so he would definitely appreciate this asset. Keep in mind, too, that let's say you're a part of a fraternal or sorority, and you want to make sure that whatever objects you have, paraphernalia is what we call it, that they're just not discarded or given to somebody. They should really be preserved or given to a member of that organization so that they can hold on to it. Additionally, when I think about these items that are of special value, they're within my own family. I mentioned my grandmother, but also my grandfather. He had books, lots of books. And I just remember wanting to take some of those books and make them a part of my own collection. So he had leather-ish, I don't know if they were leather or not, but leather-like bound books from different authors. And of course, there were always the classics. There were the Shakespeare books and other authors. And I have that. In addition, he was a huge fan of music, and in particular, he loved the symphony. And even though I was not necessarily a fan, I knew that I wanted to hold on to that to remind me of who he was and the things that he enjoyed. And so literally they're like separate albums, but they're all encased in this one kind of folder. And, it just reminds me so much of him sitting in his living room. And it was the stereo that was kind of built into the TV. I think it was built into the TV, but it was a separate stand, and they would listen to the music, and it just brought back memories and joy. My father was a huge model train collector, and so he boxed up all his trains and gave them to our son to pass down to him. So this is the type of thing I'm talking about, just really being aware of who may be interested in a particular asset and then leaving it to that person as opposed to a generic kind of designation to my beneficiaries in equal shares. So I hope this has been helpful. I am Michelle Adams with the Law Office of Michelle Adams, and until the next time, take good care.